Hello everybody. This will all get cut. Thank you for joining me. It's that time of the month again. It comes around so quickly, although this one has been slightly delayed a little bit, but I hope you're all well. We're here today to reveal craft box 5. So for those of you that have already got your craft box 5, you'll know what you're making, hopefully. For those that are still debating whether or not to get one, hopefully today we'll show you what's in it, and then you can make your mind up. And no, we're limited stock on this one. It's been quite a popular one again. So yeah, get over onto the website and have a look. So are we ready? Are we coming in? So as usual, lovely box that will come in, fits through your letterbox. And we have, so your instructions. So you get the instructions to do the card, and I'm going to get Maddie to just whiz over to the actual card, which is this triple flower easel card. And it sits flat. Oh, hang on, I'm caught up in the box. So when it will sit flat for posting, and then hopefully the recipient will know, they'll figure it out eventually, and that's how it sits. So in your kit, you'll get these instructions for that. So you get the step-by-step photo instructions on how to make your triple easel card. And then I've also put an inspirational sheet instructions in there as well. And I'll show you what's included in the inspirational. So the idea you'll see in the box. Come on, let's come back to the box, Caroline. Come back to the box. So you're getting your cardstock. You're getting this flower nesting die, a little set of stamps, paper pack, glossy accents, some gems, ink pad, acrylic block, and everything in there is going to make the easel card. So you'll get the cardstock for the easel card, and then the inspirational ones, they'll be made up from cardstock that you've probably got at home. But you've got your paper pack, you've got your dies, they're things that will always last, and then the glossy accents. Now I put the glossy accents in there because in the inspirational pamphlet, I'm showing you how to make a 3D flower from the flower die. Can you see that? Is it showing up nicely? And the glossy accents, I'm not nervous, but I feel like I've got the shakes. The flower's like showing. It's showing that it looks porcelain. And this one's done out of cardstock. But last night I made one out of paper because I had a Zoom class on this box. And then we made this as part of the Zoom class. And it's exactly the same technique, but out of the paper with the glossy accents over the top. And that makes it nice and solid. And then my idea originally was that this flower would sit on the front of the card. But I think I made it too heavy, so I decided to just do it as a freestanding flower. So the instructions on how to make one of the 3D flowers is in your inspiration leaflet. And then we've got these other cards as well. So again, you won't get the card blanks for this. You don't get the instructions for this. I don't tell you how to make them, but I show you the ideas that what you can do with the elements from your card kit, your craft kit. So this one is just your flowers, die cut, different papers out of the paper pack, different sizes, and then your gems are added onto there along with your little sentiment. I've raised that one up on 3D foam pads. We've got this one as well. This has been the favourite one for most people that I've shown it to. So whenever I make a card, obviously sometimes when you're creating cards or classes like I have to, I get, I don't know what it's not fed up, but you get a bit bored of looking at the same design that you've made. So I leave it. I just stand them around my house. So the next morning when I wake up, I can look at it with a fresh pair of eyes and think, oh, actually, yeah, I do like that card. And it also means my family see them as well. And then I'm just looking at my daughter who's videoing me, and she's like, oh yeah, they'll be on the microwave or something, or near the kettle, which is what she loves. And then everybody's picked up on this one and they really like this one. So it's just literally a piece of string, and I'm going to demo that one to show you how to make that one. And then the one that I did in the Zoom class last night was these two, using the paper pack and using your flower dies and the gems. So everything out of the kit apart from the card base you can make these ones as well. And it's made from a card blank. Okay, so there's nothing technical. This obviously would have been sat that way, but I thought, oh no, let's make it a bit funky, and I turned it that way. And I really like these ones. It's probably my favourite out of them as well. But some of the ladies on the class, they really made these look pretty with the different contrast in the papers. So really nice, those ones. So that is what this month's craft kit is. So the triple easel flower card. And if you remember, if anybody got last month's craft kit or watched my demo, my reveal on it, we had the jar stamp with the flowers. And I thought, oh, I wonder what it'd be like if I die cut out my flowers and popped it over the top. I don't actually like it, if I'm honest, but it was just another option of combining all your kits together. So your elements, like your stamp, make your flowers 3D. I know we did 3D the flowers in that kit as well, but I thought, oh, I'll just give it a go. So I will quickly demo how to do this string card. So this is the card we're going to do today for you. That can all be cut, Maddie, can't it? Please don't make it cut. I'll start again from fresh. Da, da, da. Cut, cut, cut. If I do something big, you know to stop it there, and then we can start again. I'm just trying to think how I'm going to score this. I'm going to have to go back to basics and score it. Okay, so today I thought I would show you how to make this card. You need a card blank ideally, but if you don't have a card blank, take yourself a piece of A4 cardstock or any cardstock and trim it down. I will quickly score this in half. So I'm going to need my ruler and an embossing tool. So this is a good demonstration of when I say to you, if you don't have a scoreboard, that you can do scoring without a scoreboard, and you can do lots of different things without a scoreboard. So I'm just marking my card at the halfway point of 15 centimeters. Now I'm doing this not how I would do this at home, because at home I've got a large guillotine, but the guillotine that I've got here won't fit my cardstock that way. So I'm going to have to fold my card in half first, and then I will cut it down. Not ideal because it makes the card thick. So I'm taking a embossing tool, and then I'm going to just run down the center. You can use a bone folder if you have one. So quite a few times. This is actually a 300 GSM piece of cardstock, so it's quite thick. And I'm just going to fold over that ruler. Okay, and that should give me my crease. Not as neat as what a scoreboard will give you, but it's good enough for what I need it to be. Now don't worry about that gap. You should all know that a piece of A4 cardstock doesn't quite make 30 centimeters, so it won't be equal. And then what we need to do is just measure it down on the height. I'm making it square, so I'm making it 15 by 15, so almost making a 6-inch square card blank. And then I'm just going to trim this down. There we go. And then you can make another little card out of that if you wish to. Okay, so there's our card blank, as if by magic. You can see as well, actually, by not using a scoreboard, it does just slightly tear that paper, that card. For this card, you'll need some of your flowers. Now I've got 2 of my smallest flower out of my set. And this is the set. You get 6 flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you don't. You get 5 flowers. We'll cut that bit as well. That's going to be a headache for you, this one, isn't it? So, in your set of nesting dies,
how many's in them?
You get 5. Is that right? 5. Now on the card, I've used the smallest one, and then I've used the medium-sized one. Now these are leftovers from the project that I was doing, possibly to do the easel card, the main project in the craft box. So that's why I've got the 2 smaller ones. But having done some crafting last night, I'm going to use my medium one, I'm going to use the second smallest, and then the smallest, and I'm happy with them. I don't mind that there are different sizes. Obviously it can be whatever you want it to be, and this is a good way of using your leftovers. So if you do go and die cut lots of flowers, which I advise you do, because it saves you having to keep on going back and cutting flowers. So I've taken those and I've die cut them out of my paper. Then you need to just cut them. Now this all gets explained in the kit, but the idea is to give the petals some shape to them. So I just take a pair of scissors and I'm working on the back side of the paper so I can see where I'm cutting. If not, the pattern will get in the way and you'll not see. And I'm just cutting down between each petal to an imaginary point, because I don't want to be cutting too far down where the petals will come out. I'll end up pulling the petals out. And then I'm going to use my bone folder and I'm gently curling the edges of my flowers. If you haven't got a bone folder, you can use a pair of scissors closed and just gently. So I'm pinching the base of the petal and I'm just going to curl each and every one of those petals. Like so. Obviously you can make these as curled as you like, but the nature of the card, it will flatten out. It gives it a little bit of shape to begin with. Okay, so I've done that with the with all my petals, and I'm going to pop it onto my foam pad, and then using a ball tool, I'll use my bigger one actually. I'm just pressing down in this, this table. Hold on to the table. Now I'm not holding my flower, I'm letting it do whatever it wants to do, and you can see it starts curling up by itself. Okay, and that is what I've done for each and every one of these. So I've cut between each one of the petals, and then just using the ball tool, I'm pressing down quite firmly, doing a circular motion. The flower turns one way, you go the other way, and it just helps it stand proud. So without holding it, because you want it to go off and do its own little thing. If you hold it, you don't tend to get quite as much of the curling in it. I'm going to take some string, so we can leave those for a minute. I'm going to take some string, and I forgot my string, so I've now got to find the end of this ball. Oh gosh, we could be here a while. I've no idea where the end of the ball of the string is. Oh, there it is. If in doubt, just cut at it. No sort of like right or wrong with the amount of string that you add. So just take a length, and I'm going to just pop it around my hand, decide how big I want it to be, and then I can always bring it together so my ends are together. Like so. Just have a play with it until you're happy. Okay, so I've got my two ends there. Now you can knot them if you want to hold them into place. And then what you need, the magic tool that every crafter should have, is a staple gun. No, it's not a staple, it's a stapler. And I'm going to staple it. So I'm going in as far as I can with the stapler, and that will hold my string in place. And then I will come round. So try and make sure your opening or the ends of your string, which I haven't done. Oh, it's going so well. I had it all planned. Okay, so you might just have to manipulate the shape. Now, if you don't like the staples, seeing the staples, you can use brads if you want to. There's no right or wrong. You can glue. You could even take a piece of double-sided tape, which I don't have. Don't have that either. You could take a piece of double-sided tape and just lay your tape over to hold the string in place. Now it's still flapping around a bit. I could put another staple in there if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I'm going to use my flowers to hold it in place. So I'm going to go this way, I think. Or do I need to cover that? I probably need to cover that, don't I? I like seeing the staples. I think it just adds a bit more texture to it. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to go that way this time. Okay, so on the bottom of this flower I'm going to pop some glue and hope that it holds my string in place. There's quite a bit of glue going on the bottom of that one. And then I'm not going to stick it necessarily to the string, I've just gone above the string. I'll just hold that. I use staples a lot in scrapbooking because sometimes you can't always get into the centre of a scrapbook page because they're so big. So I do tend to use staples a lot, but I like that look, like I like the look of the string as well. And then I'm going to use 3D foam pads. You'll just have to excuse my 3D foam pads, but they're part circles. And I'm going to pop them on the bottom of my flowers. And again, this will hold, so I'm going to do one this side, like so, and then one on the other side. Might need to go a bit smaller. I'm just going to cut that down. I'm making this fiddly for myself. Or actually that one's just pinged up, isn't it? So I may have to add another little 3D foam pad in there. There we go. So you're almost cupping it over. Oh, the string's attacking me. Cupping it over your string. I'll just put that one down. Where should I put that one? I'm going to go there. Okay, like so. So those flowers are holding my string in place. But like I say, you can use double-sided tape if you want to hold your string in place. You can use brass, which is quite nice, quite decorative as well. And then you need to stamp your sentiment. Now, I'm going to have to use this because I have no card. So in your little sentiment pack, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 stamps. I can count for that one. Happy birthday, thank you, just for you, thinking of you, best wishes and with love. So I'm going to do thinking of you. So just remove the stamp you want to use. The acrylic block that you get in the kit, it comes with a cover, a little film over it, so you'll need to remove that. You don't have to, but you need to remove it to give you a really clear see-through look. So line your stamp up on your acrylic block. I don't know if you noticed, but I've lined it up on the grid of my glass mat as well, because then I'm fingers crossed I will keep my stamp nice and straight. Now, being such a small stamp, you don't need to go OTT with the ink, and I'm just going to test it first. So I've inked it up, pressed it down. Yep, I love that. That's perfect. I'm happy with that. So I'll put my ink away before I put my hand in it, and then just grab my guillotine and cut myself a strip. Now this can be whatever size you want it to be. It can be. What are you doing?
I'm not holding it right. I'm trying to move my hands. I've already covered the camera twice.
I'm gonna sack you.
I'm not doing great today, guys.
A really good tip, and Heidi mentioned it in one of her Facebook lives, and I do it as well when I'm cutting. If you've got a guillotine like this, I think she used a different, I think she had a trimmer actually, but on the plastic, oh that's handy. Oh, everything's going so well today. On the plastic trim, you've got this raised element, this raised bit here, and I use that as a guide sometimes, so I know that that's the distance from the edge of that stamp to the edge of that card, and the edge of that stamp, last letter, to the edge of that card, and I use it. I don't know if you can see that, Maddie. So that strip is on the edge of my word, and then that's where I cut, and that just makes it equal. Can you see? On the edge. I don't know if it's showing up, but it's just a nice little tip to use your guillotine. You get the most out of your guillotine. And then I'm going to take a fine liner. I'll use that one. Let's see if it works first. I'm going to do myself a little border. Again, you don't have to do this, but it frames the sentiment quite nicely. Do some little kisses in there as well. Okay, and then you can use 3D foam pads to raise that up. Again, I'll just use a dodgy bit of 3D tape, some dodgy ones. Never waste anything. Look, this is the wasted bits off of my 3D foam pads. They're circles actually, but we don't like to waste these things. And then I'm going to pop that. I think I'm going to come down. I'm going to come in there. Yeah, I'm going to go in there. And there we go. And then what you can do if you want to, although I think these might be a little bit too sparkly for this one. Yeah, I might leave that. I think, I mean, oh, this could be, yeah, no, let's go for it. Well, you get free ones. You get gems in your kit, which is what I have put on these ones. Can you see? So I've added them to the centre of my flower. Oh, I did thinking of you on that one as well. Oh, I don't want to do it the same. Oh, okay, it don't matter. And then on these ones, your gems are here. And on this one as well, the centre of these flowers, I've just used a circle punch. And then I've glossy accented those ones. But for your easel card in the kit, I show you to, I demonstrate doing the circle, the tiny little flower die. So you're using all your flowers because not everybody will have a circle punch. So we're just going to add 3 of these gems. Get your pokey tool, which is your best friend, and pop them in the centre. I'm hoping this will look okay in the centre one, in the smaller one. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's perfect. Right, so of course, if you want to go anywhere else with them, I think that's enough actually. I don't think that needs any more. And 2 of the cards that I made last night during the Zoom class, they didn't have any bling on them, so I think I might just quickly add them just to finish these ones off as well. I'll just leave it as those 2. That's quite nice, isn't it? And I'll probably put little pearls in the centre of those. So there we go. So that is Craft Box 5 with a couple of extras to show you how to use the elements, but also the instructions on how to do your 3D flower with your glossy accents and using the dies and the paper from the kit, and then all the samples as well. We're done. Any questions? No. Well, just to let you know that we are now open. I'm not sure if this is the first Facebook Live we've done where the shop's been open for customers, is it, Maddie? Can you remember?
For crafts,
For crafts, yeah. Oh yes, yeah, for the Facebook, for Craft Box. So yeah, we're open 10 till 3 Monday to Friday and 10 till 5 on Saturdays. Lots of new products. We've just got some of the latest ones actually, Maddie. I don't know if you can just swing across the new Pixie Sparkles from Cosmic Shimmer. We've just got the complete range in those, and the watercolour inks as well. We've just got those in, so they're all new, just waiting to get them on the website, which we're getting a new website, so they will be up as soon as possible. But if there's anything that you need, obviously please do get in touch. Have a lovely weekend and we'll see you all again soon.